welcome our viewing audience to another session in our Ed Talk series. I am Andrea Ferrari, CEO of Whole Schools International, where we have created this innovative space to inspire conversations around education during these unprecedented times. And yes, as we know, education is transforming, and at Whole Schools, we believe that it is happiness, well-being, and equity that will drive a sustainable change that is future-proof and that can face the challenges of the short and the long-term consequences. So to raise awareness around this movement, around this transformation, is that we gather here with educational experts, opinion leaders, and today students that will guide our educational communities with their international perspectives and experiences. So today it is an honor to welcome a distinguished school leader from DPS International School of Ghana. Alongside his very talented students, we'd like to welcome Mr. Hitesh Puri, the principal and head of school, who is at the front of the well-being practice, as well as his wonderful students, Darren and Noemi, because we aim to listen to student voices. They are unrelenting, they are clear, and they proclaim their power towards co-creating a society that is more caring, more just, and more inclusive. So welcome all from Ghana. It's a pleasure to have you. Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for welcoming.
Hello, Hitesh. Welcome, Darren. Welcome, Noemi. I'm going to address your school leader first, and then we will turn it over to the students to make this a very enriching experience. I've known Hitesh Puri since the onset of the pandemic. He is a leader with a global vision, but above all, he is a leader with heart, who understands that personal connection to other people, to other communities, to other leaders, is what enhances students' learning. So Hitesh, I'd love for you to talk to us a little bit about the importance for creating a global learning experience. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, Andrea, for your kind word. And I'm here with my two students, Darren and Naomi. And presently I'm working in DPS International, Ghana. It is in Western Africa, as a beautiful country. But due to pandemic, we realized that students were, getting continuously on screen. They were sitting for 6 hours on a screen, attending Zoom classes. So due to that, there was a boredom. To remove that boredom, so we thought, let's have something for the different. So in fact, that time I got an opportunity to join the session on the Edu Leader group forum, which is, you can say, created by Andrea. So there I got connected with the principals of more than 50 nations. And out of that, one principal, she's from Argentina. So we both planned that we should have some exchange program. In fact, we cannot go over there due to pandemic. Physically, we cannot be, this time it's not possible. So we thought of an idea. So let's have a Zoom meeting with the students of DPS Ghana and the students of Argentina. So we planned the complete program in such a way that where the students were speaking about, our own country. You can say the students from Ghana, when I shared with them, they become so excited. Oh, we are going to talk with the children of other nation. It's so far, but still they were able to connect with them. So we formed one message, one group where the students of 11th or 12th grade, AS or A level student, they were before each other on a Zoom meeting, and they shared a lot. They shared about the culture, about the country, about the food, what food they eat. So they were very excited to know about all. The people sitting so far, and they're enjoying them, they're listening them. When I asked the student that, how excited you are? They said, sir, why can't we conduct more and more activities like this? So we are planning, our interaction with more country. But apart from it, we thought that why not we use Facebook as an education. So we started a program called FB Live. One parent on every Thursday or a student on every Tuesday was coming on a FB Live, and they were sharing the knowledge about their own area. So, so this way we were informing one day before to the parent that this particular person or this expert is going to come on Facebook Live, so you all can join over there. So when the parents were joining and they were seeing the live session, so it was good to, for the knowledge, and the children were also very happy to see that we can get all information without going anywhere else, on at their home only. So I think that due to pandemic, maybe it's a trouble for the whole world, but we enjoyed this time also by utilizing Facebook, utilizing Zoom, meeting people around the world. So I think that we utilize it fully, and especially the student, how happy they were, I can't explain in a word. So I think the globalization of education is definitely helping all of us. This way, Andrea, we were enjoying, you can say that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Hitesh, for the introduction to this forward-thinking project whereby you are utilizing technology to create community, a sense of belonging, and a sense of connection. We do understand as educators that emotions are the gatekeepers of our attention, our motivation, and our learning. So with that in mind, I want to give a warm welcome to Darren and Noemi today, this morning in Mexico, this afternoon, evening, Ghana time. We know that your fellow students, fellow friends, companions, colleagues are there just waiting to interact with your dialogue, your conversation. So we're going to turn it over to you both. You are the star of the show today, together with your school leader. We can't thank you enough for this opportunity, for your families accompanying us today. And we would love to hear from you. What have been, let's begin with Noemi, what have been the positive aspects, Noemi, of this virtual learning situation, the virtual learning that is now taking place in your school and in the schools of so many around the world? And Noemi, maybe a little technical glitch. Why don't we pass on the question to Darren? Please feel free to jump in and let us know some of the positive aspects of this new learning situation that we are all experiencing worldwide.
Well, with this new learning situation, we are utilizing programs such as Zoom to talk to our teachers, communicate with them, and still be able to learn in a way that is seemingly like school. Although it doesn't have the physical and some of the aspects of school you have in real life, it's a very close substitute that's been able to help us a lot. For instance, the teachers are able to use more, I don't know the approach to use, but basically they use more programs like maybe videos, and they are prompted to ask us what we think more about the subject, because now we are all maybe muted, or we are all just listening to what the teacher is telling us. So for the teacher to even get feedback, it's not like in class where maybe students can be distracted talking to each other, but you must focus on the teacher, and they are allowed to also share your videos. We are also allowed to ask the teacher for questions that maybe might be missing in real life, using maybe the chat or the time allocated by the teacher. So the chat, maybe when a student is not heard by the teacher, the chat ensures the student is actually heard. That's also a very nice thing that has happened. And the teachers are trying their best. I don't know how other people feel, but in my case, our teachers have tried their best to give us an experience that is enriching and really allows us to learn properly, even though we are in different times.
That's
What an
amazing,
excellent
Darren.
answer. Go ahead, Gabby. You wanted to say something to our students? Go ahead, please.
No, I was just thinking while Darren was speaking that it's true when we think about the challenge of connecting through the distance. It's more palpable, you know, the effort that we're all making to try to continue and be connected and trying to reinvent things, as you said, and for the classes to be more dynamic and introduce new activities that maybe before it wasn't as used because it wasn't necessary. We had the human connection there. What about you, Noemi? What do you think? What could be some of the positive or even some of the negative aspects of what we've been going through? Oh,
I think Noemi.
Are you there, Noemi? We lost her.
Here, she's coming back in a few minutes. We can continue with this line of thought that Darren was providing for us. Our first conversation, Darren, you talked about there is nothing that can fill the gaps regarding our physical interaction. You talked a lot about the teachers making a big effort to utilize technology in the best way possible to fill in those gaps, creating visual experiences that are based on video, bite-sized learning. Tell us a little bit about this experience that your principal hosted with a school across the ocean in a different continent. What were some of the benefits that you experienced as you connected with other students in a different school, as we wait for Noemi to come back?
Well, that program was enriching. It allowed us to tell our side of our countries to the world. You know, maybe the news portrays us in a sense that we might not see, or others barely have enough information to actually have an idea about who we are, what we do. So this whole experience with the other school allowed both sides to tell their stories, their feelings, express themselves in a sense to each other. Even though it wasn't physical, we had PowerPoint presentations, we answered questions, and it helped us truly understand each other in a sense. So they learned a little about us, we learned a little about them, and we have grown connections that can possibly last a lifetime.
I love connections that last a lifetime. We know that learning, when it becomes so personal and you relate to somebody else, it just provides a very deep opportunity to create a bond. And when you bond, as we are bonding today, and we'd love to bond with our viewing audience, I know that we're expecting some comments, some questions from your fellow colleagues back at school. So please feel free to read them out or express them. I know that our production team is standing in the sidelines there, ready to filter some commentary. So let's also be aware that we do have some followers, and we want to acknowledge everybody as part of this beautiful experience, the first in a series whereby we honor the students of DPS International School in Ghana, and we honor their school leader for having this forward-thinking vision to unite across borders and provide students with authentic, deep learning that is meaningful, that is real within the global context today. So any comments, questions?
Yeah, I would ask, while they're getting the comments from the chat bar, Hitesh, in the case of setting this up, how difficult was it to create this learning experience for the students?
I think it was not difficult at all. I can say it was an enjoyable or memorable time, the way we organized this thing. And because there was excitement. So whenever the student or teachers, you know, they involve in such activity which create interest, so everything become easy. So when, you know, the only simply, there was a few steps we have adopted, like creating one ID, so link to join, And then we decided that what the students are going to share, so that each minute which we have programmed must be utilized properly. And few teachers from Argentina and few teachers from Ghana were also there to moderate the program, to coordinate the program. So it was organized in such a way that each child got an opportunity to express himself or herself, and the same way other school also. So I think it was so easy. And even after, when the pandemic will go away, after that also, I think this will be going to the easiest platform to connect the people around the world. So it was a wonderful experience for us, Gabriela.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Noemi is back. Noemi, you're back. Welcome back. We missed you. Welcome, my dear. We can't wait to hear your words.
I'm so sorry. The connection here is really bad, especially with the rain coming. So I'm trying.
You are just in time. You are just in time to, give us your beautiful voice, to voice your opinion, to voice your experience. Tell us about how you are learning at school now. What are exciting things are happening for you?
One, this experience is exciting enough already, and what we had with the exchange program was something to look forward to. Right now, in this moment, at school, we're going to be doing a bit of a competition, so that's something also to look forward to. So, our school is always giving us these competitions or events that let us look forward to something apart from learning, because it's not only about learning, even though that's the main priority, it's also about enjoying yourself and improving in other ways, social skills and the rest, environmental skills, all of those. I think the school is doing that very well. Right now, learning is going well, a bit difficult because of my main problem is internet connection and also looking after my siblings, because I have a younger brother and a younger sister, and I really have to look at them. That's the main problem. Parents are not at home, we have to also work. So all of us, the older siblings, we have to look at our siblings whilst we are also having class. So that's the main issue with me. And so far, at school, we used to have 8 periods in a day going to school. Now we have 6. It limits our learning time, limits the subjects we're able to do in a period. And sometimes the learning goes maybe a bit too fast. But I think with that, our teachers are trying. They are asking us to stay back, like not necessarily stay back in the class, but after hours, we should come to them with our questions or anything that is a problem.
Noemi, I could not agree with you more. You said 2 things that are key for happen. You talked about it's not just about what we're learning, but it's about the how. Having fun, yes, of course.
Yes,
having fun while you're learning.
Yeah.
And leave it to your leader, who is such a forward thinker, that he's found a way for you to do that. We're very impressed with that and wanted to share this with our viewing audience globally in order to inspire best practices that are going on at an international level, different schools around the globe, whereby we can, share our humanity, share our experiences, and create better circumstances for learning. And you also talked about social skills. I think you have the key points there. Would you agree with that, Darren, about learning and having fun? Because Gabriela and I know that there is no learning if there is no well-being. And first and foremost, I know that your leader takes care of your well-being. Your happiness as students is his first most priority. Darren, what would you like to comment about your learning experiences?
Well, I think the learning experience so far has been, they used to say, is that I don't know how to, in fact, put it. It has been a roller coaster. There have been ups, there have been downs, but most of the time, things go very well. In my eyes, as I said before, you cannot replace us being physically together, but truly, this is a very good substitute. That's also helped us a lot, because opposed to this, I have friends who don't have such facilities. So opposed to this, you either just stay at home and maybe get a studies teacher or do your own personal studies. But our school presents such a thing, such as online classes. That is so helpful. It doesn't let us slack, stay behind, compared to others who might really struggle and not get the aid we get from our teachers. The attention we are receiving is is very beneficial. I'll put it that way, because even though it has its downs sometimes, it helps us a lot more than it could possibly hurt us. So I think for anyone who gets the chance to get the classes we receive, this is very beneficial and it should be seen as a blessing, because compared to things I've heard about others, some basically have nothing to do, can be at home. But it's also a time to also tap into our true discipline, because being at home and having these classes, it is possible that you might be there physically in front of your computer, listening, but truly you are not understanding, because the distractions are so many, they are numerous. It is hard to truly take the initiative to learn. But if you are able to learn during these times, and I think when we go back to regular school, hopefully next year, you will be able to learn at a quicker pace, because you have really forced yourself to go through the challenges we are all going through right now. And apart from the normal learning, most of us now also do personal learning by researching more, because we would want a more broader view, because in the sense that we are not getting the full experience we know we could. So we try and fill in that gap by getting it from other sources. But the teachers have done a very great job to teach during this time, go to work, even though we are going through such extreme circumstances. So truly, truly, this experience, as I said, has been interesting.
Darren, you have touched on some key aspects of facing adversity or challenging times. I know why Mr. Hitesh had his eye on you and Noemi to speak on behalf of your peers, to speak on behalf of your educational community, because one thing that strikes us is how you have been able to capitalize on the strengths and look upon this situation as an opportunity and a benefit from the different learnings that are coming through this. It's the way you mentioned other sources and other perspectives are important to gain. And I think that Mr. Hitesh, your principal, with his global view, has been able to provide this experience for you. I'm really admiring how you have articulated your answers, Darren, and I'd like to welcome back Noemi. Is that you back there? Hey, Noemi, you made it back to us just in time to add to the beautiful conversation at hand. Please tell us, Noemi. You know, what are the amazing things that? One of the things that we learn about you is how proud you are about your country, your culture, and that you were able to transmit this. We are very honored that the community in Argentina will also have a chance to be on a live like this and discuss from their perspective. So today, if you wanted to give some advice or encouraging comments to those students that you worked with, those students that you became connected with, what are some things that you would like to say to them on behalf of the experience that you had together? For Noemi, if you're still there, or maybe Darren, if Noemi has fallen off the call again, what are some words that you would like to share with the students that are listening to you, the ones in your beloved school or the ones in Argentina or other students around the globe? There she is.
Okay, I just want to say, I just want to thank them for having me online and my classmates online. I'm sure this was a very exciting experience for all of us because we kept talking about it for a long time, the days leading up to the meeting. And I want to thank them for liking my presentation, especially because I worked hard on it, and it was very nice to see them share their comments. And I want to thank them for that. And I want them to know that I loved everything they showed me. The pictures of the food was absolutely delicious. And I'm happy that they took their time out of their school schedule and to participate in this exchange program with us. It was very nice, very pleasant experience, very exciting.
Thank you so much, Noemi. I would ask this to anyone who wants to answer, either Hitesh or Noemi or Darren. I think when we go through times of crisis, we usually have to take the time to reflect on those and take some lessons learned, so that, as Hitesh said, there will be a moment when this pandemic will go away. But what would be some of the things that we need to remember and that we have found that we need to keep, even if the classes come back to a normal presence classes or whatever you want. But I think we should keep in mind what would be those lessons that we need to carry forward. Anyone?
I think, this time was, I can say, is a different kind of learning we have made. So anytime, any situation comes to us, it's come with some lesson and some experience. So this time as a school leader, so I have a different experience. Student may be sharing their experience also. What I learned this time is that this pandemic has given us a new way of learning. That it has realized that learning, no one can stop learning. Learning will never stop. It's only that we have to plan as a teacher. Nobody can stop teacher. Nobody can stop teaching. Nothing can stop education. So I think that in this time also, learning has never stopped. And even in fact, I can say that the student has developed more sorts of learning instead of one only in the classroom. In fact, they have come out from the classroom to the virtually. So I think this we have learned that no one can stop learning. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. Yes, Darren, what lesson would you carry forward after we get out of this pandemic and the quarantine and the distance learning?
Well, I think the lesson I've learned is you shouldn't take the simple things we have in life for granted. Education, life, all in all. Because now just going outside can be seen as a very drastic journey because of what we are going through. So I think we should not take things for granted. We should cherish our time and try and use it productively.
Wow, those words are very inspiring, very illuminating. They're very wise. Thank you, Darren. And we have about 3 minutes left, the group. So we want to give Noemi a chance to answer the same question. Would you like to repeat it, please, Gabriela, so our viewing audience can keep track of our answers?
Yes, no, the question was, what would be the lessons that we would like to carry forward after this time of crisis when we're going back to normal, no? To a different reality, really. Noemi, what do you think?
I think for one, I am never ever going to utter the words, I want to go home and I'm tired of school. Because I've learned to appreciate my school so much now. The building itself, I miss the building itself, the stairs, the tables. I want to go back. I'm tired of home. I think that's what I've learned because you always hear students saying, I'm tired, I want to go home, I don't want to be in school, I wish for summer vacation. No, it's no more that. Summer, winter, is all over. I want to go to school. I think I've learned to appreciate my school as a whole more. And I've learned not to take certain things for granted, like Pamela said. And I've learned a lot of technology. Like, I'm not somebody who is that into computers and this ICT, but now I think I'm able to say that I have learned so far. What I've learned so far will really help me. Yeah, I think, yes. I do miss my school.
How wonderful that the both of you have talked about how we should not take things for granted. You talked about the school building itself, Noemi, and how that has become, something that you look forward to going back to. And Darren, of course, has discussed the small things that we shouldn't lose sight of and cherish every chance and every opportunity we get to capitalize on this experience. And of course, your very wise school leader, Hitesh, he has mentioned that learning never stops and nothing can stop education. He is very wise to remind us that we are all lifelong learners on this path of continuous improvement. And I know that that is something he always seeks for his educational communities, how you can strive for a culture of well-being, how you can strive for a culture for everybody to be at a better place. We couldn't thank all of you enough for your time today, for your dedication, Mr. Principal, towards education and the betterment of society and a better world. And we couldn't thank these students that are here with us today, that have shared with us their experience. You inspire others, and this is the best way to learn together. I am very thankful for Gabriela, my partner, the Director of Programs at Whole Schools, as she is always with her shared vision and commitment towards education, making this a better space for all of us to learn together. Thank you, all of you. You are amazing, and let's keep on going, and we will reconnect soon. Thank you for this Facebook Live, to our production team from Mexico City to Ghana, with all of our heart, to all of you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrea, for your guidance. Thank you so much.